These people are amongst the greatest quiz players in Britain. Together, they make up the Eggheads, arguably the most formidable quiz team in the country. The question is, can they be beaten? Welcome to Eggheads, the show where a team of 5 quiz challengers pit their wits against possibly the greatest quiz team in Britain. They are the Eggheads. Taking on the might of our quiz Goliaths today are I'm Still Standard from Surrey. Now, this team of colleagues all work together in mental health and regularly quiz together at the Ogilvy pub in Woking. So, let's meet them.
Hello, I'm Adam and I'm an administrator.
Hello, I'm Susan and I'm a psychotherapist.
Hi, I'm Fiona and I'm a transitional development lead.
Hi, I'm Sonika and I'm a trainee cognitive behavioural therapist.
Hi, I'm Guy and I'm a therapist.
Well, Adam and team, hello.
Hello, Jeremy.
Tell us then, Adam, first of all, about the quizzing.
Yeah, we regularly do pub quizzes around Guildford, Woking and London. We're met together through our different roles in mental health.
Do you need a lot of empathy for the work you do?
Yeah, it's helpful. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's probably one of the key things. If you can build up that relationship, then you've got some level of engagement and then it can develop from there.
Yeah.
And did you all discover each other as quizzers, Adam, just by accident or what?
I think it was me that started the thing. I was looking around for people to do pub quizzes with and found the best ones. People that I work
The
with.
best.
Yeah.
All right. Well, good luck, challengers. Every day there is £1,000 worth of cash up for grabs for our challenging team, but if they fail to defeat the Eggheads, the prize money rolls over to our next show. So, formalities out the way. I'm Still Standard. I can tell you now, the Eggheads have won the last 20 games. Is that good or a bit anxiety-inducing?
They're probably tired by now.
Well, that's the thing. That's what we got to hope for, that they've got tired.
Yeah.
So it's £21,000 that you can win today. And I'm thinking you might want to start.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Definitely.
First head-to-head battle will be on the subject of arts and books, and you can choose between Lisa, Steve, Barry, Pat and Chris.
Right.
What do you think?
I think it's going to have to be you, isn't it, Fiona?
Fiona, yeah.
Yeah.
How
Go
do
on.
you want to be first?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know.
I think it should be Steve.
Okay.
Yeah.
Steve?
I'll play Steve, please.
Brilliant stuff. OK, confident into the question room. Fiona from I'm Still Standard versus Steve from the Eggheads. To ensure there's no conferring, would you please take your positions in our legendary question room? Well, Fiona, you've had an amazing career.
Yep, I'm kind of buried.
Yeah, tell us about your work as an undertaker.
Well, it was kind of an accident, really. I was reasonably fresh out of university with my psychology degree. I've been doing research for a while, but it was in the construction industry, so not really a passion of mine. I was looking for ways to get into something that was more psychology related. I thought when I went for the interview, it was going to be a bit about supporting families, maybe doing a bit around bereavement counselling. All well and good. Got on the first day, led straight into the mortuary.
Oh, really? So you ended up having to actually do the mechanics?
Yeah, right in on the first day, getting people dressed, ready to go for their funerals, which was a little bit of a shock.
Yeah. Arts and books, Fiona, your choice. Would you like to go first or second?
I'll go first, please.
OK, good luck. Your first question. In Robert Louis Stevenson's novel Treasure Island, what sort of creature is Long John Silver's pet, Captain Flint? Dog, ferret or parrot?
I've seen a pirate with a ferret on the shoulder, although that would be quite interesting. So I'm going to go with parrot.
Parrot is the right answer. Well done. Yes, no ferret. A ferret on the shoulder would actually probably bite your ear, I think. Steve, according to the first line of Lord Byron's famous poem, she walks in beauty like what? She walks in beauty like the sun or heaven or the night?
That's the night, Jeremy.
Yes, just when you take off the night, it looks very contemporary. She walks in beauty like. But the night is the right answer. OK, so here's your question to take the lead. Fiona, which of these artists won the Turner Prize the earliest? Mark Wallinger, Grayson Perry or Rachel Whiteread?
Well, I'm better on books than I am on art. I think Grayson Perry's only been recognised more recently. I don't know Mark Wallinger. I'm going to go for Rachel Whiteread.
Steve, is she right?
She is right.
Yes, you are. Well done. Rachel Whiteread. That could have been awkward, that one. OK, Steve, to catch up. In John le Carré's novels involving the master spy George Smiley, what nickname is used for the British Secret Intelligence Service? Is it the opera, the circus, or the bull ring?
I'm pretty sure that's the circus, Jeremy.
It is the circus. Well done. 2 each. Back to our challenger. Jake Barnes and Lady Brett Ashley are the two central characters in which of Ernest Hemingway's novels? For Whom the Bell Tolls, The Sun Also Rises, or A Farewell to Arms?
I've read 2 of those, but quite a long time ago. I don't think it's A Farewell to Arms. I'm going to try The Sun Also Rises.
You've got it right. You've done, that's really, really good. So, all right, good play. Steve, to stay in, your question. The artist Dame Elizabeth Frink was best known for creating which of the following? Steve, was it large figurative sculptures, small abstract paintings, or minimalist video works?
Well, when you say the name Elizabeth Frink, I immediately think of a sculptor. So out of the 3 choices, I would say large figurative sculptures.
Frink is the sculptures. Steve, well done. You're equal after 3. Scores are level. So we go to sudden death. It gets a little bit harder now, Fiona. I don't give you alternative options, okay?
Okay.
Here is your question. According to the painter himself, what colour are the chairs in Vincent van Gogh's famous 1888 painting of his own room in Arles entitled The Bedroom?
Chairs are normally brown, but that seems a little bit obvious. I'm going to go with black.
Yeah, it's a famous painting that the whole thing is really yellow on the inside, so they are yellow. Okay, Steve, your question for the round. The Trevor Griffiths play Comedians, largely set in a night school class for stand-up comics, was first staged in which decade?
I don't know. I've not heard of the play. I don't really know how I can narrow this down to anything, to be fair. Try the 1980s.
Any eggheads know?
No.
Who don't like this question, do you?
The 70s rather than the 80s.
Chris, you say the 70s. 1975 is the answer.
Nearly went for that.
I thought there was a Laurence Olivier black and white film where he was a stand-up comedian.
That's The Entertainer.
Oh, that's The Entertainer. That's completely different. Okay.
Oh, yeah. That's Archie Rice.
So, you're level. You had a slight let off there, Fiona. Here's your
Very much.
question. The best-selling 2003 novel Shantaram tells the story of an Australian prison escapee's life in which country?
I don't know it. Sounds Asian. I'm going to go with India.
India is the right answer.
Oh, yes.
The Australian prison escapee was in India. Okay, Steve, to stay in. Sir Nigel, Professor Challenger, and Micah Clarke were all characters created by which writer born in 1859?
Arthur Conan Doyle.
Arthur Conan Doyle is the right answer. Very good. Back to you, Fiona. What name is given to a frame, often made of wire, used by a sculptor to provide a support for clay, plaster, or other modelling materials?
I can picture what they look like. I'm really not sure, though. A moulding frame?
Armature.
Oh, of course, yeah.
Steve, for the round, what anagram of nowhere did Samuel Butler use as the title of his classic 1872 story about a journey to an unknown civilization?
I don't really know how you pronounce it, but it's something like Erehon. I can spell it.
Spell it for me.
Erewhon.
Steve, you've got it. Error 1 is the right answer. Well done, you've taken the round. Sorry, Fiona, well battled. And you've been knocked
That was
out.
quite fine.
So Fiona won't be in the final, Steve will. Please, both of you, return to your teams. Okay, so I'm still standing, have lost a brain from the final round. The Eggheads are still sitting there looking a little bit complacent, I think. The next subject is geography. So, who's travelled?
I think he's going to have to do something, isn't it?
I'll do it.
You're well travelled, aren't you?
I'll travel.
Sonika, okay.
Yeah.
Which Egghead? Obviously can't be Steve.
Maybe Lisa.
Lisa.
Only woman.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think Lisa.
You've been getting out much, Lisa, recently?
I've got a 4-month-old son, Jeremy.
I do.
No.
I suspected, but barely left the house, I think. Okay, so it is Sonika from I'm Still Standard versus Lisa from the Eggheads. And please go to our question room now. So are you travelling much, Sonika?
Yeah, I do like to travel, yes, Jeremy.
You're up against Lisa here on geography. And would you like to go first or second?
I'll go first, please, Jeremy.
And here we go. Which US state has land borders with only 2 other states, Alabama and Georgia? Florida, Oregon, or California?
Oh no, US states are definitely not my thing at all. I was hoping that wouldn't come up. And I know this is probably really obvious, isn't it? I'm gonna have to go for Florida.
You're absolutely right, yeah. Because Oregon and California are way in the west.
Yeah.
So Florida is down there in the southeast, right? Southern state, yeah. Okay, well done. Florida it is. Lisa, Bucharest is the capital of which country? Albania, Bulgaria, Romania.
Bucharest. It's all too easy to get it mixed up with Budapest. It's Romania.
Romania is right. And we go back to you, Sonika. Which of these English seaside towns lies on the south coast? Swanage, Minehead, or Ilfracombe?
The south coast. I don't think it is Ilfracombe. It doesn't sound like it would be, but I'm not really sure. I think I will, or I don't know. I'm going to go for Swanage then, please. Doesn't sound right.
Is she right, Lisa?
I grew up in Dorset and it very much is Swanage, yeah?
Oh!
Swanage is right. Well done, Sonika. Okay, Lisa. The volcano Cotopaxi, or Cotopaxi, is on which continent? Africa, South America, or Asia?
This is one of the ones I always think is in Mexico and isn't. Probably just as well, because it's not an option. I'll go South America.
South America is correct. Which country is it in, Eggs?
Ecuador.
Ecuador, they're saying.
Thank you, guys.
So, 2 each. Okay, this is the moment not to come unstuck, Sonika. Here we go. Lake Saima is a major lake in which northern European country? It's S-A-I-M-A-A, okay? Is it Finland, Iceland, or Denmark?
Lake Saima. It sounds more Finnish, I think, so I'm going to go for Finland, please.
You're playing an absolute blinder here. Finland is right.
Thank you.
3 out of 3. There we go. You're going to need counselling after this, Lisa.
Don't put me on a couch these days, Jeremy. I'll just go straight to sleep.
Here's your question. What kind of bird appears on the flag of Papua New Guinea? Bird of paradise, a lorikeet, or a butcher bird? To stay in.
Okay. Dangerously close to the part of the world with which I have trouble. See, first thought was bird of paradise, but I tend to think of them as a bit more of a Caribbean. I thought that was Dominica, but maybe not. I'm just trying to. It's a while since I did my vexillology. I'm just trying to visualise the flag. I don't think it's a butcher bird. Right, first thought, bird of paradise. So we will go with bird of paradise.
Okay, and you realise the phrase, it's been a while since I did my vexillology, does mark you out as an egghead.
Well, something's got to, frankly, because the answer to this question ain't it.
Well, it is, because bird of paradise is right. So, 3-3. You're making it hard work for them, challengers. This is good. We go to sudden death again, Sonika. I don't give you alternative options. Are you ready?
Okay.
Chubu and Kanto are 2 of the 8 regions of which Asian country? They're spelt C-H-U-B-U and K-A-N-T-O. Chubu and Kanto.
Oh, they sound familiar. I have no idea. Maybe Indonesia? I'm going to go with Japan.
Japan is right.
Oh.
Lisa, to stay in. Rising in Sussex, the River Medway flows through Kent and eventually empties into which larger river at Sheerness?
Let's go the Thames.
Thames is right. The River Thames. Okay, sudden death. Sonika, what is the name of the 7-mile-long sandbar island in Venice that is home to the city's annual film festival?
Oh, Cannes, isn't it?
It's not Cannes, it's in a place in France. Lido.
I just heard film festival. Sorry, I wasn't listening.
No, not at all.
Oh.
So Lido is the answer, and we go to you, Lisa. You can take the round with this. Waterloo, Paddington, and Woolloomooloo are all suburbs of which major Australian city?
Brace yourself, I'm going to get an Australian question right. They're in Sydney.
If you've got this right, you've taken the round. You've obviously looked at a map since we last had some trouble.
I've actually been to Sydney. This would be bad if you got this wrong.
Sydney is the right answer. Well done, Lisa. You've taken the round. Nip and tuck at the end there, but Sonica, you've been knocked out as well. Return to us, please, both of you, and we'll see what the next round brings. Oh, bad luck, Sonica. And I'm sorry, I said Venice there, and I know you almost just heard film festival.
I just heard everything else was just blank.
Yeah, I'm sorry. So as it stands, I'm Still Standard have lost 2 brains from the final round. The Eggheads have not lost any. The next subject is film and TV. So who would like this?
I think I'm going to have to take this one out.
Yeah.
Adam, OK. And you can have any of the 3 on the right here. So that's Barry, Pat, Chris.
I think maybe Chris.
Who do you think, Chris? Yeah.
I think maybe Chris.
Chris. Blazing Saddles, was it, Chris?
Yeah, in the old Savoy in Enfield, about 19, whenever it was, yeah.
OK. So it's Adam from I'm Still Standard, looking like he's chosen the right opponent here. Chris from the Eggheads, film and TV. Please go to the question room now. So, Adam, now I can ask you about the team name I'm Still Standard.
Yeah, the idea behind that is that we don't want to seem too sure of ourselves because, we don't want to seem arrogant. So we either use I'm Still Standard or I Will Suffice is another name that we use.
and this is a good round for you because you make short films, I understand.
Yeah, and my degree was in filmmaking as well. So got a bit of an interest in films.
So you've been to Transylvania?
Oh, yeah. That was one documentary I was involved with. I was doing the camera work on that. There was just me and one other person who was looking for vampires. It was Halloween when we got there, so I don't know if it was the real one.
Who would have thought you go all around Transylvania looking for vampires and you get 5 of them here?
Yeah.
Sorry, Eggs. All right, film and TV, Adam, would you like to go first or second?
I'll go first, please.
All right, so vampires or no vampires, here we go. See if you can get yourself into the final. The actress Tori Spelling was one of the main cast members of which drama series in the 1990s? Baywatch, Beverly Hills 90210, or Twin Peaks?
Well, I'm a big fan of Twin Peaks. That's come back. I'm into that at the moment. Yeah, it's definitely Beverly Hills 90210. I remember that.
Well done. Yes, it is, Adam. Well done. Beverly Hills 90210. Nothing standard about that answer. OK, Chris. A fox named Nick Wilde is a character in which 2016 film? Is it Zootropolis, Kubo and the Two Strings, or Moana?
That, Nick Wilde, you say? A fox?
Yeah, Nick Wilde. And Wilde is as in Oscar Wilde. W-I-L-D-E.
Yeah. Anthropomorphic fox in Zootropolis.
Zootropolis is correct. Right. Adam, which part of the country was served by the television company HTV? Is it Scotland, Wales and West of England, or London and South East England?
I'm not sure about this. HTV. I've got an idea it's Scotland, so I'm going to have a guess at that.
I'm not sure what the H is for. Eggs, do you know?
It stands for Harloch.
Harloch. Wales and the West of England is the answer. Chris, your question. The 2002 film 24-Hour Party People centres on the music scene in which city? Chris, is this Manchester, Seattle or Dublin?
Ah, that's the scene that was centred on the Hacienda in Manchester.
Quite right. Good knowledge. Bands you love, you and me, Joy Division, the Smiths. I hear them blaring out of your dressing room. I was going to mention it to you. Very, very loud, that Joy Division you're playing in there.
Yeah.
Manchester's right. OK, Adam. You need this to stay in. Which actresses' television roles have included Ruth in Spooks and Gillian in Last Tango in Halifax? Sarah Lancashire, Anne Reid, or Nicola Walker?
Well, I've never seen Spooks. I've seen one episode of Last Tango in Halifax. I know Sarah Lancashire is in that. I'm not sure about the other two. I'm going to say Sarah Lancashire because I know she's in Last Tango in Halifax.
I understand the logic. Are you right, team? What do you think?
I would have gone for Nicola Walker.
Is Sarah Lancashire in Spooks?
No.
No, she isn't. It is Nicola Walker. Sorry, Adam, you've been knocked out by Chris there. And Chris, you'll be in the final round. The steamroller, as we call him, has steamed and rolled his way to the final. Come back to us and we'll play one more round before the all-important final. As it stands, they have lost 3 brains, our challengers. The Eggheads are all still sitting there grinning. The grin's a little bit too wide, if I'm honest. So let's stop this. The next subject is history. So it's going to be Susan or Guy.
So
gonna be you
shall
think,
I,
Susan, isn't
Shall I
it?
do that?
Susan, you're
Okay,
good. Well, we
I'll
need
do
you
that.
back.
Okay, all right, lovely. Do my best.
You're the best one.
Okay,
Take
our
on.
psychotherapist Susan, and against which egghead? Now you can have either Barry or Pat, who go back a long way.
Yeah, I think it's going to be Barry, please, Jeremy.
Very good. You pleased about that, Barry?
We shall see.
Susan from I'm Still Standard is going to take on Barry from the Eggheads. One more round before the final. Let's play it now. Okay, Susan, history. And would you like to go first or second against Barry?
I think I'd like to go first, please, Jeremy.
Okay, good luck. In which modern-day country did the World War I Battle of Passchendaele take place? Spain, Russia, or Belgium?
So I know it wasn't Spain, and I don't believe it was Russia. So I'm pretty sure that it was in Belgium.
Let's check with Chris. Chris, you'll know.
Most definitely, yeah. God-awful battle, fought in stinking, sucking mud, and just fought to a stalemate.
Well done, Susan. Belgium it is. Barry, your question. What was the name for the long period of relative calm and stability experienced by the Roman Empire from around 27 BC? Alia Iacta Est, Pax Romana, or Semper Idem?
Well, alia iacta est is what Julius Caesar said when he crossed the Rubicon, and it means the die is cast. And the long period of peace was known as the Pax Romana.
Pax Romana is the right answer. Well done, Barry. Okay, Susan, come on, win one for the team now. The Mughal Empire in the Indian subcontinent was established during which century? Was it the 1100s, 1500s, or 1800s?
I'm not too sure on this. I'm thinking the 1800s is probably a little bit late. To be honest, I'm not sure, so I'm going to have a stab at this. I think my guess would be the 1100s.
Is that right, Barry?
I think it was founded by Babur after the Battle of Panipat in 1526, so I'd go for the 1500s.
Barry's level of knowledge can clear a pub within 3 minutes. 1500s is the right answer, Susan, I'm sorry. So, Mr. Simmons, you can go ahead with this. Used by the Germans during World War I, Big Bertha, as it was known, was what type of weapon? Field artillery, torpedo, or bomber aircraft?
Well, Big Bertha was named after the wife of the managing director of Krupp's. I don't know if she was a large lady or not, but Big Bertha was a very huge field artillery piece.
Field artillery is quite right. Barry takes the lead, so you've got to get this one right, Susan, to stay in. When rationing was introduced in Britain on the 8th of January 1940, what were the first items to be affected? Bacon, butter and sugar, jam, apples and flour, or fish, milk and potatoes?
Well, I don't think it was jam, apples and flour. And I'm thinking that there seemed to be a lot of sort of milk and potatoes around when you sort of see pictures and things of that time and films. So I'm going to guess at bacon, butter and sugar.
Bacon, butter and sugar is the right answer. Well done. 2 out of 3. Let's see if it's enough to keep you in. Barry, you can take the round with this question. Who was serving as West Germany's foreign minister at the time of the fall of the Berlin Wall? Wolfgang Schäuble, Hans-Dietrich Genscher, or Klaus Kinkel?
Now the Berlin Wall fell in, was it 1989? I've not heard of Klaus Kinkel, so I shall discount him on the dubious grounds that I've not heard of him. I'll go for Herr Genscher.
You're absolutely right, Barry. Well done. It is Hans-Dietrich Genscher. A little bit of a groping going on there, Barry,
Yes.
for the correct answer. But
A fortunate answer.
But there we are, you got it. Sorry, Susan. They are in storming form at the moment, I must say. You've caught them in a very good run. So Barry also in the final, and all the Eggheads in the final. But the challenger's still in the game. That's all that matters. Come back and we'll play the very last round. So this is what we have been playing towards. It is time for our final round. As always, general knowledge. But I'm afraid those of you who lost your head-to-heads are not allowed to take part in this round. And it's all the challengers, I'm afraid. It's Adam and Susan and Fiona and Sonica. Would you please now leave the studio? Okay, Guy, good luck to you. Playing to win, I'm Still Standard, £21,000. Lisa, Steve, Barry, Pat and Chris, you are playing to keep this amazing run of yours going and just hold on to the Eggheads' precious reputation. So it's a big deal for you as well. As usual, I will ask each team 3 questions in turn. This time the questions are all general knowledge and you are allowed to confer, but I'm sorry that doesn't help you, Guy, because you're on your own. The big question here is, can your one brain defeat these 5, and it has been done before. You ready?
I am.
First or second?
I'll go first.
Here we go. In political terminology, if a dove is someone who advocates peaceful policies, what term is commonly used to mean someone who advocates an aggressive approach? Albatross, hawk, or magpie?
So I don't associate magpies with aggression. I associate them with kind of silver objects and stealing things. Hawk, I guess I see as a predator. I can't say I've heard the term, so I will go for hawk.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. I thought you were going for albatross there for a second. Hawk is the answer. Okay, Eggheads. Which of these means to search for and eliminate errors in a computer program? Download, dump, or debug?
Debug.
Debug is the
Yeah,
Debug sounds right to me.
best fit there. Yeah.
absolutely.
We think that's debug, Jeremy.
And what was your whole profession, Pat? Wasn't it this?
I toiled at a keyboard writing software for many years. Yes.
Did you debug lots of things?
I did, yes. Sadly, occasionally an error crept in and had to be hunted down.
Debug is the right answer. Yeah, that's right on Pat's territory. Okay, your question, Guy. Usually constructed from large stones called megaliths during the Neolithic era, what were dolmens? D-O-L-M-E-N-S. Granaries, tombs, or lookout posts?
Again, it's a term that I haven't heard used before. I think perhaps that it wouldn't be granaries. I'm going to go with lookout posts.
Lookout posts. Eggheads, is he right?
I'm afraid not. There were tombs.
Tombs is the answer. Guy, sorry. So we see whether the Eggheads can overtake you. Which politician, now a former president, appeared on Arsenio Hall's talk show in 1992 playing the saxophone? George H.W. Bush, Barack Obama, or Bill Clinton?
Clinton played
Bill
saxophone.
Clinton.
Yeah,
He's a sax player, definitely.
definitely.
We're fairly sure that the saxophone player was Bill Clinton.
Wearing the sunglasses, Bill Clinton is the right answer. So we go to you, Guy, and you need to get this one right to stay in. Third question, in the final. In pre-decimal currency, how many sixpences were there in a pound? 10, 20, or 40?
I don't have any particular reason for opting for this one, but I'm going to go with 20.
Thinking they're 5p each, I suppose. What 20 times 5 is 100. But then, is that the logic or not, Eggheads?
Well, there were 20 shillings in a pound,
Okay.
but 2 sixpences in a shilling. So the answer is 40.
So half a shilling was a sixpence.
Yes.
The answer is not 20, it's 40. And so we had to say, congratulations, Eggheads, you have won. Guy, thank you, well done.
Thank you.
I thought you were going to overcome them there because we've had a history of them getting a little bit cocky when they're all 5 there, and then suddenly it goes wrong. But it didn't happen today, so commiserations to I'm Still Standard. The Eggheads have done what comes naturally to them. This amazing winning streak continues. It does mean that you won't be going home with the £21,000. So the money rolls over to our next show. And it really is getting exciting, Eggheads, because you are in storming form, no question. Who will beat you? I'm going to say something. I'm going to lay a wager. It's never going to happen.
Oh.
Never. That's jinxed it. Join us next time to see if a new team of challengers can finally defeat them and win what will be 22,000. Till then, goodbye.